Hi, it's Karen here, and I'm so excited to be able to share with you my take on these baubles just in time for Christmas. I put beads at the bottom of this one, so they just hang ever so prettily. This one I've made using the Dream Scape papers, and I know I've shown you them before, but they are just so divine. 150 GSM, so they fold really well, and you get 30 double-sided sheets in this pack. They are just divine. So this is the page we're going to be using today. And for this one, I've cut it into a bauble shape. The bauble die that I'm using is from Sweet Poppy Stencils. So depending on how full you want the bauble, you can cut 5 or 7 different shapes. So circles, baubles, here we go. So I've cut 7, and the way we're going to fold them is to the center. This is what I want on the outside, so I'm going to fold that to the center. Now if you had a circle, you would just as I'm doing here with the bauble shape, fold it in half. And you can see that I'm just burnishing it with a bone folder to make sure I've got a nice crisp edge. So you're going to do that for all 7 of your shapes, or 5 or 3, depending on how many you've done. And then we're just going to take some glue. I use Cosmic Shimmer because it dries really quickly. It dries clear, but it does give you a few seconds to maneuver it if you haven't quite got it into the right position. So you're just going to fold it in half, lay them together, making sure that the edges match, and that's a beautiful join. As I say, the beauty about Cosmic Shimmer is it does give you a few seconds to move it around if you didn't quite get it in the right place. And you're just going to go all the way around, joining your 7 onto each other. So just for speed here, that's what I'm going to do. You just put one on top of the other. So I've got 5 here. And now I'm just going to put the last 2 together. Again, just making sure that they line up beautifully. There we go. It's really that simple. So if you were doing a circle, you just keep up. If you want it fuller, you just keep going. So we're going to take our gold piece of thread, which is 20 centimeters long, and we're going to fold it in half. And then we're going to secure it with a piece of double-sided tape right into the middle of the bauble, trying to ensure that you keep the cord as close to the center as possible. And then I'm going to take a bauble that I have in my stash, or a bead. I think this was on the remains of a necklace that I had once. So nothing's wasted. There we go. And that's going to be there. Now what we're going to do now is secure that bead with a piece of glue. And I'm going to sit it on top of the baubles there. And then I am going to join these together. Voila! It's truly that simple. Now I'm just going to leave it for a minute and let it dry, and then I'll come back to showing you how we maneuver those around. It's better to leave it dry for a few seconds before we crunch the whole thing in place. So I'm just going to leave that there to dry whilst I just show you a variation on this. So if you wanted to do a circle, again, I've used these gorgeous Dream Scape papers. And here I've done 9. I've cut 9 circles and joined them just as I did with the others, all the way around. And then we can make a little card. So I put a piece of gold thread down the middle, and I'm just going to, instead of joining it together all the way around, I am going to pop this on there, pushing it down. And doesn't that look pretty? And again, a tiny bit of glue. Now you can see why I love the Cosmic Shimmer glue, because it dries clear. And once it's dry, you won't even know that I had a blob of glue there. To put my little sequins on, this is what I do. I put a blob of glue onto my work surface, taking my tweezers, just dabbing the sequin into the glue and picking it up. That is that. So you've got this cute little card in exactly the same way as we made the baubles. Now this is a little dry. There we go. So we've made this cute little bauble. Sorry, it's difficult to show you on camera how it swings, but there you go. Now, if you wanted some beads at the bottom, you would have just made that loop a bit longer, enabled it to come out the bottom, threaded your beads on in the same way, and then I just knotted it at the bottom. So that's my video for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I do hope you'll have a go with it. And if you do, tag me. I'd like to see what you make. Thanks for watching. Bye.